morning. I'm Christy, and this is the foam roller and stretch class. In this class, you're going to need two items. One is a foam roller, and one is going to be a stretch strap. Now, I don't have an official stretch strap, but I do have a really nifty housecoat strap or housecoat belt that works great. So make sure you have these two options. I have a black foam roller. Doesn't have to be black. Actually, the black is the most intense. So if you're a beginner at this, either go blue-green or even down to white, which is the least intense. Okay? So we are going to start on the floor. Oh, one other thing you might need is a mat. I'm not going to use it because I slide around better on this floor. But you may want to get a mat for times when it's a little, hard on the bum. So anyway, we're going to have a seat. You're going to begin in a position with your foam roller underneath your legs, okay? And you're going to pull the feet together with the knees out to the side, and you're going to sit up straight, and then you're going to lean your body forward, and you're going to feel some stretching in your hip joints, the rotators in your hip joints. So try to keep your spine straight as much as possible during these exercises. That's an exercise for your spinal muscles for posture, but it also allows for a better stretch whenever you're stretching through the hip joints. So I want you to take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, lunge forward with a straight spine, or what you might call, we used to call stiffen up your spine, same thing. It's a lot of work. And lunge forward a little deeper. Use your arms to pull without dropping your shoulders or rounding your shoulders. So hold it right there, nice big breath in and out. Take your time to focus on the muscles that are stretching and allow them to rest. They can't work and rest at the same time. So take your time to focus on that. Make sure they are resting. Big breath in. As you sit up, you're going to turn to one side and you're going to lean your body over the one leg. The opposite hip should remain on the floor. Let your body relax there, and this hip on this side needs to rest. So let it rest. Use your spine, your torso muscles to keep you from falling forward. Just breathe, and then let's go to the other side. All the way over to the other side. Once again, keeping the opposite hip on the floor. Let your body weight rest over your leg. Good. And rest the muscles in the hips. Very nice. Take a deep breath in. Sit on up. You're going to interlock your hands and you're going to lean back. You're going to feel your abdominals contract to hold you up. So go back as far as you can and stretch your chin down to your chest. Stretch your shoulders down towards the floor and then open your shoulder blades all simultaneously. And just hold it here and breathe at your greatest capacity, nice and smooth. And exhale. Okay, keep your arms out, but sit straight up. Elongate your spine. Lift your arms as high as you can. If you can straighten your elbows, great. If not, anywhere you can get to is fine. You're going to lift your chest, pull your shoulders up into your ears, breathe in, and as you breathe out, you're going to round all the way down. Now, this is one of the few times that we're going to round our spine. So now I want you to lean forward and let your head drop. Open up the shoulder blades and open up the vertebrae down your spine and rest in the back as well as in the hips. Continue nice fluid breathing and relax right there. Take a moment. Very good. Okay, sit on up. One hand on the floor. The other one's going to go up and reach as far as you can without lifting the opposite hip off the floor. As far as you can. Now be careful you're not leaning in front of yourself or behind yourself. Right now, you're straight up and down, going directly to the side. Let's go with the other side. Up, straight up, and you're leaning to the other side, keeping the opposite hip firm on the ground the whole time. Very nice. Breathe. Okay, we're just warming up, getting ready. And sit on up. Now you're going to take one hand behind you. Okay, we're going to twist our core a little bit. One hand behind you, palm on the floor. Elbow straight as best you can. The other arm's going to come up over your body, and then you're going to reach it to the floor. Try to twist your core, but don't lift your hips up. Okay? Just breathe. This is hard to take deep breaths in this position. Understood. Do the best you can. Especially right here is where you take a deep breath in. Exhale, other hand behind you, palm down, elbow straight if you can. You're going to reach up, and then you're going to reach that opposite arm toward the floor as far as you can get. Breathing will become more shallow, but still continue smooth, stressless breathing. Excellent. I think we're good. And come on up. Bring both hands behind you. Open up your chest as best you can. Just draw the arms behind you. And open up your chest as you do it. So instead of rolling forward, you want to kind of open up your chest. Get your chin up. And shake it out. Okay, we're going to begin with the foam roller. What I want you to do, we're going to prep the hamstrings for flexibility. So what I want you to do is lay your legs on the foam roller. Put your hands behind you on the floor and sit your hips up on the foam roller. Now I still have my hands behind me, holding me up. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to roll back until the foam roller is right in the middle of your hamstring muscle group. That's the back of the thigh. So your behind's hanging off the back and your legs are hanging off the front. And all I'm going to ask you to do is roll your hamstrings. So use your shoulders as a fulcrum and roll your leg, the foam roller right over that big speed bump in the back of your thigh is the hamstring group. Okay, just a few. Let's do one more full roll from the top of the hamstring to the bottom. And now we're going to stop up at the top near your hips. So roll all the way to the top near your hips. You're going to take one leg, cross it over like you're above your knee here, okay? Not angled out. Just cross it all the way over so the weight of one leg is on the other leg. And you're going to do 4 rolls up and down for that one hamstring. You'll notice the intensity has just increased because there's 2 legs weighted down to force the foam roller in to your hamstring muscle. Good, nice and roll. Okay, and we're going to do one more time. Why not? Let's do one more. I think this is number 4. Okay, have a seat. Shake out your arms a little bit because your arms do get tired of holding you up. By the way, it's a great upper body strength workout too, stretching foam roller and stretching. Great core exercises and great upper body strength. We'll do more. Bring your hands back again, and you're going to put your body, so the foam roller, so it's right in the middle of the thickest part of your hamstring again. Okay, and this time cross the other leg over, and once again, we're going to roll 4 times up to the hip and down to the back of the knee. So we're just putting a little bit more force into the hamstring muscle through the foam roller. What we're actually doing is increasing circulation into that area, almost like prepping it, getting it ready for something more. Okay, I think I did 5 before, so I'm going to do 5 again. You do whatever you got to do. Okay, hamstrings have been rolled. We're going to have a seat. Now you still have the foam roller on your knees. I want you to flex your feet, and notice, I'm going to turn sideways just for a second, okay? Then I'll be right back. I want you to see what this looks like. Sitting up nice and straight, knees are bent, foam roller under there, nice and comfortable. Okay, grab your strap. Okay, you're going to take your strap and grab the back of your legs. Okay, give yourself a little strap around this with this house coat. It works great because I don't need little holes in it and put my fingers through holes. It just sticks together. It's terry cloth. Okay. So we're going to sit up real straight, and you're going to bend your elbows and take your chest to your thighs. Now, because the knees are bent, you'll feel some stretch in the hamstrings. but it's not the greatest degree of stretch you can get for that particular group. But there's a whole lot more going on than just the hamstrings right now, between the ankle joints, the calves, and even in the hips. So keep your chest open. Pull with your arms like you're doing a bicep curl. Just hold nice and tight. Just breathe. You're going to stay right there because I'm going to turn back towards you. You keep going. I'm going to turn back towards you. Get back here in the middle. And I'm going to pick up where I left off, right here with you. Knees still bent. Okay. Now sit up nice and straight, relax. Now your arms are going to be straight this time. And you're going to straighten your knees so your heels are up off the floor. And the knees are straight, the feet are flexed. Okay, now the same thing, we're going to bend our elbows and lift the chest straight up. I want you to have a stiff spine and your chest open. You got to do a lot of holding with your arms and your hands, and you got to do a lot of exercise with the muscles in your back. So they'll get tired, but just hang in there. Take a deep breath. And exhale, stay as straight up in your spine as you can. Yes, hold on as nice and tight. Breathe in. And you're going to exhale and rest your hands. Okay, we're going to do that one more time. It's pretty intense. Okay, are you ready? Straighten your legs. Bend your elbows and stiffen up your spine as you bring your body up, straight up over your tailbone. And hold it there. You're going to feel this hamstring stretch in multiple places, but where I'm focused on right now is more where the hamstring attaches at the hip bones. So hold it right there, right at the pelvis. Just breathe. And exhale and rest. Relax your fingers, please. Okay, now we're going to take this strap off. And I'm going to have you bend your knees this way, okay? Some of you might be up here, that's okay. Just do the best you can, okay? Attempting to get to where you want to go is just as good because you're on a path to get there. We're going to take this leg and extend it out to the side. And what you're initially going to feel is a stretch right through the inner hip, okay? So what I want you to do is focus on your posture. Take your hands to the front of the foam roller, pull them in tight. Straighten up your spine and very slowly lean forward. Now when you lean forward, don't let these toes turn forward. Okay? If anything, pull them back a little. You're going to feel that inner leg hip. So lean forward, hold the foam roller in, take a deep breath, and a big exhale. Good. Hold posture. We'll do it again. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Let's switch to the other leg. Start here where we left off. And you're going to take the other leg out to the side. And you may not find you're able to get into this position here. You might have to go out a little further and bring your leg in further. Just keep aiming here. The closer you get to this, the better you'll be. But you don't have to be here right now. Okay, hold it in nice and tight. Grab that foam roller. Once again, the back is straight. Toes, if anything, are going to be pointed back. And you're going to lean forward and just gently feel that long stretch. It goes from the inside of your knee all the way up into the attachment at the hip. And hold it there. Just breathe. Exhale. It's such a beautiful day today. It's nice out. It's beautiful. All I see out there in the windows out there is sun and blue sky. Breathe and exhale. Very nice. Okay. And come on back to center. Now, I want you to put your hips up on the foam roller. Okay, from the side you can see I'm sitting right at the tailbone. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to roll the soft tissue, the muscle, the skin, all that's between your tailbone and your pelvis bone, your hip bones. okay? So you're going to roll all through that soft tissue area. Don't be afraid to roll up over the tailbone a little. There's movement there. So roll up over the tailbone and then roll right back until you hit the hip bones. Turn around and go the other direction. So let's do about 5 more. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. We're loosening up these muscles in the hip. Yeah, go right up over the tailbone. Okay. There's 3. And 4. And 5. Okay. Now, what we're going to do with your feet and knees together, you're going to just shift them to one side. And what you're going to do is do the same roll. And what you're going to do is you're going to pass by the tailbone. You'll be going to the side of the tailbone, up the gluteus maximus, and underneath, the muscles, all the muscles underneath that comprise the motion in your hip joints and your spine, lower spine. So we're doing 3 more. That's the gluteus maximus. Don't lean over too far yet. We don't want to change muscles yet. There's number 4. And there's number 5. And let's now swing center and then swing to the other side. Same thing. Right to the side of the tailbone and roll through the gluteus maximus and all the muscles attached and below. 2, 3, good, 4, and 5. Excellent. Now, you're sitting up on the foam roller. Hello, Giggy. This is Giggy. Gigabyte. How you doing, sweetie? Go lay down. Go lay down. So I am sitting on my foam roller now, and I'm going to open the knees again. Okay, so it takes time. The first time I sat on a foam roller, I fell off at every opportunity. And I was in pretty good shape. It didn't make sense. But you have to develop your muscle has to develop a memory of knowing how to balance yourself on it. So I'm sitting on my foam roller. I'm going to roll my hips back and lean my shoulders forward right now. So right now my hips are back off over the floor. And the foam roller is running right across my outer thigh. I want you to lower your body and rest. You can straighten your back. You don't have to round too much in the neck and shoulders. And just rest. Let the body weight of your upper body control the intensity of this stretch for your hips once again. Okay, if you want motion, you can rock back and you can rock forward and back. Alrighty, righty, that's good. Nice. Okay, we are now going to do our quadriceps. So come on over onto your knees. You want the foam roller right close to your knees because you're going to come over and you're going to come down to your elbows. And what you're going to do is roll your quadricep muscles right along that line. I'm using my shoulders once again and the elbows to just push my body forward and back with my arms and shoulders and roll the quadricep. You might find this a little uncomfortable. Okay, here's another option to bend your knee. That stretches the muscle that you're rolling a little bit. Some people find that a more comfortable entry door into rolling the quadriceps because they work so hard and they can get tight. That's good. Let's do a couple more. Right over the quads. Breathe. One more. Let's go down one more time. Good. And then you're going to put your legs on the floor. Sit up. Okay? Now, I'm going to have you just move your foam roller for a moment out of the way and grab your strap. Okay, let me get you out of the way. All right, here we go. We got our straps again. I want you to strap your one leg, whatever leg you want, because we'll just do the other side. Okay, strap one leg. All right, you're going to pull the leg to the side, one step at a time. Okay, you're going to hold the strap with the same arm as leg. I'll wait for you. You're going to lean over onto your side, come down your elbow. And what you're going to do is put your body weight on the side, on your hip, in one straight line from the top of your head to your toes. And then you're going to pull your foot behind you and strap over your shoulder, okay? Strapping over your shoulders is important because then the chest muscles and core muscles will hold up your leg instead of the arm muscles, which are smaller and dense and less dense, and they'll get tired. They'll get really tired. So there's a teamwork going on here. So you're going to let the quadricep muscle stretch that we just rolled. Hold it there. Take some deep breaths. Okay, I'm still in a straight line now from my knee up my body to my head. Stay there. I'll show you what I mean. This is what I mean. This is not a straight line, and that's not even a straight line. This is a straight line from knee to head. I hope I'm in a straight line. Let me see. That's pretty good. Okay, now in this position, what I want you to do is lean back a little till your toe can touch the ground. Till your toe in the back is touching the ground. And then lower your knee in the back to the floor. And then pull it again, because what we're doing now is a compound stretch. The quadricep is still stretching, but we've just added the core right up your hip into your waist on one side. And your hip flexors in the front of your thigh. So this is what I call the pinwheel. I want you to lift up and pinwheel your leg back as far as you can. Now, I gotta be honest, I'm pretty confident right now, most of you are struggling with this, but because the hip flexors in the front, the groin of your hip, they get really tight. So anywhere from where you are, going in this direction is going to be helpful to you. So take your time. You should feel that right up into the abdomen, lower abdomen. Okay, and breathe. Now keep your leg back there and let go of your strap. And I want you to just put your hands down like in a push-up position, but you're just supporting your weight as you drop your body lower to intensify this compound stretch throughout your body. We'll be doing the other side too. So take some breaths and exhale. One more deep breath. This is a really important exercise for limbering up your body, making it more functional. And let's come on up. Bring your body back around. Stretching can make you feel stiffer. Getting into a long stretch sometimes is a little uncomfortable coming out of, but your body will acclimate to it and like it. Okay, here we go again. One straight line, elbow down, one straight line from foot to your head, and you're going to bend the knee back, grab the strap, pull it over your shoulder. If you can't pull it over your shoulder, do it whatever way you can, okay? That's another option, depending on what kind of strap you're holding. So we're going to hold, once again, just the quadricep stretch. You're in a straight line from your knee, hip, shoulder, right to your head. Your knee's not in front of you, your knee's not behind you. The knee is right over the other knee in a straight line. If I can get mine right. I bend the bottom leg just for balance. Okay, big breath. And a nice exhale. Very good. One more time. Okay, next. Lean back until you can touch your toe to the floor. Good start. And loosen up on the strap until you can lower that knee down as far as you can go, so you're not having to hold it up anymore. Okay? And now slide your leg back. Give yourself a little twist. So you're getting a nice hip flexor stretch. Good. So we're back a bit here. You're going to come up on your hand and you're going to twist. Good. I think we did this in another order before, but it's all good. It doesn't matter. Breathing in and out. Excellent. that strap. You're going to put your hands on the floor like you're doing a push-up, sort of, but you're not. Go on up. You're going to lean your body weight down. You can come a little more in front of you, wherever you feel that best stretch location, right up through your waist, around your hip, through your core, even maybe into your abdominals. Everybody's going to feel a little different here. The tightness of your muscles will determine what gets felt first. Well, that's a good way of saying it, because I've never really found a good way to describe that. But it's true, the tightest muscles will tighten first, especially in a compounded stretch like this. Patience is key here. Breathe in and out. Very nice. And we're coming back around. Ooh, very good. All right, strap to the side, grab your foam roller. We're going to do everybody's favorite part, or at least it's the most talked about. Maybe not favorite, because it kind of hurts a little. So I'll give you some tips on how to ease the hurt and ease into relaxing those muscles instead of just slamming into the pain, which I don't want to do. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to, first of all, put your hip. Now, I don't have my leg on the foam roller. I have my hip on it. I'm facing you, so I turn my foam roller. You can do it whatever you want. This might be the best thing to do, is to turn yours and face me. You're going to come down to your elbow. Now, you'll notice that this top leg is in front, because this is stability and mobility. Okay, you're going to move and be stable with one shoulder and one leg. Okay? So right now, I'm actually sitting on my hip. I'm not on the leg, I'm on the hip, because there's a groove there, bones, that I want you to roll in. You can roll forward in it, and you can roll backwards in it, and you'll feel your gluteus medius back there. Okay, you're going to roll forward and back. It's just a groove. It's like it's the top of your hip bone, and then the groove between the hip bone and the hip joint, or the leg bone where it attaches. So you're going to see there's some muscle in there that needs to be rolled. You're not rolling with the grain, but you're feeling that pressure going through those muscles, and it's very effective, especially when you get back into the gluteus medius. So let's all lean back now in this position. Your hip bone leans back, okay? And you're going to roll back there in your gluteus medius. Now I'm using my legs to create some motion here and just remaining stable with my arm. So I can actually lean back and lift my shoulders. You can do this and lean back a little more and really get into the side of your gluteus maximus. It's the gluteus medius muscle. Tends to get a little tight. So pace yourself. The way to decrease the intensity a little is to lift your body weight up a little bit. Okay? So one more roll in that area, because there's a fine line between not rolling enough and rolling too much. And so more is not better. Don't forget that. You don't want to ever get that foam roller in there and put all your weight in and dig down into that muscle. You'll damage it and you'll have an injury. Okay, next we're going to put your hand back up. You're going to lift your body weight and roll the foam roller now down to your leg. It's at the top of your leg. Okay? Now, this leg is still in front. This leg is just out of the way. All right? One arm is straight. One arm is out further than the other, but they're straight because this is going to be your stability. This is going to help you with your intensity. So this leg's going to pick up your hip weight if it gets too hard, too painful. This is going to create the motion and the stability so that your arms don't get too tired. You're going to roll down your legs. This is your IT band, the infamous IT band. You're going to roll down the leg, and the straighter the elbows are, the more stability you'll have, and the longer your arms will be able to manage this. So that's number 3 I've just done. And here's 4. Go all the way down as far as you can, and then back up to that groove in your hip. And here's 5. How many want to do? You can do more if you want to. I'm going to stop at 6, okay? And here's number 6. and back, and down. Whew. All right, I'm moving it over to the other side. Moving it to the other side. So once again, I'm going to put my hip on it. Put your elbow down. Okay? Bring the top leg over in front. And then straighten that one out of the way and relax. Stability, mobility are in this leg and this arm. Okay? So right now you're going to roll forward and then you're going to roll back. And you're in that little groove that we were in before, between the top of your hip bone and the top of the leg bone, right in there. Rolling that soft tissue, the tensor fascia lata. Roll right in there. And as you lean back, it goes into the gluteus medius. So, I want you to lean back. Roll all the way back. Good, nice forward reach and back. Now, you don't have to do a ton of these. Just do a little every day. Make baby steps into mobility in these muscles. In all your muscles, really, but especially these. They get tight after a while in life. Okay, let's stay back now. So my top hip is leaning back. I'll even come back here and lift myself up. And then I'll use my legs to navigate a roll in the gluteus medius, the side of your hip, the side of your gluteal area. Okay? Sometimes it's hard to see exactly where the foam roller is hitting someone. But if you feel a little bruise feeling, you're probably there. Because even when you roll on a frequent basis a little, you still always have a little bit of that feeling. You recognize it. If there's sheer pain, you need to stop. But just tight muscle, a little bit of bruise feeling, just be gentle. Okay. Excellent. Excellent. Enough. Okay. We're taking one arm way out. Lifting up our body and rolling the foam roller down to the top of your leg. Because here we go. Let me back up a little bit here so I don't hit my head on the table. Okay? Now, top leg is in front still. Bottom leg is out there, out of the way. Use this leg to determine how much of your body weight goes into the foam roller. Use your straight arms to leverage your motion. You're going all the way down the leg. How many did we do? 6? There's 1. Good. Do the best you can. And here.